Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to send email using Zoho Mail and add details in Google Sheets on cash-free payments. So here, as an owner of a small e-commerce store, I am managing my payments and transactions with the help of a payment gateway that is Cashfree. I want that every time a customer is going to purchase a product through my store and make the payment through Cashfree, automatically a confirmation mail should be sent to that same customer by using Zoho Mail. And also the details of the order as well as the customer should be systematically recorded in my Google Sheets. To automate this entire long process, I will have to build the connection between Cashfree, Zoho Mail and Google Sheets, and that I'm going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for your business, if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, we are going to learn step by step that how we can automatically send Zoho mails to our customers when they have purchased any product from Cashfree, and how we can automatically add the details of the order as well as customer in Google Sheets. So this is a long process. I want that every time. So here, as an e-commerce owner, I am using Cashfree to collect and manage the payment transactions. So I want that every time any of the product will be purchased by the customer and they are going to make the payment successfully in Cashfree, then automatically a Zoho mail should be sent to that customer informing that their order is being placed and also informing the details of the order to the customer. After that, I also want to create a systematic record of the order, the date of the order ID, amount which is received, the name of the customer, email and phone number, like this systematically in my Google Sheets. This is a long process. So I cannot add the details of each and every customer, each and every order in Google Sheets manually one by one. I cannot type and send mails along with other details to all the customers one by one when the payment is received. Therefore, I want to automate this entire process in such a way that every time I'm going to receive a new payment in Cashfree, when the product will be purchased by the customer, automatically a mail should be sent to the customer informing about the order confirmation through Zoho Mail, and also the details should be recorded automatically in my Google Sheets. Now, for this we have to build the connection between Cashfree, Zoho Mail and Google Sheets. For building the connection between these applications, because they are not directly connected, so here we are going to use Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to automate all our daily repetitive tasks without any coding or any programming skills by simply setting up connections between our work applications. So similarly, today we are going to build the connection between Cashfree, Zoho Mail and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So let's get started. This is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect/INR in our browser. After coming over here, we'll find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, currently I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And you can see it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on the dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. And to save the workflows, we can also create separate folders like this. Now, to create a new workflow, let's click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box is appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Send email using Zoho Mail and add details in Google Sheets on Cash-free payment. After giving the name to my workflow, now I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have list of folders over here on my dashboard. So I've created different folders for different varieties of my workflows according to the requirements. So here the automation which I'm going to create currently is related to managing my e-commerce store. So here for that I'm going to select automations for e-commerce store as my folder. In the similar manner, you can also create multiple folders according to different requirements and reasons for the workflow which you are creating, so that whenever you will require any of the workflow, you can just go and open the related folder on the dashboard and you can search the workflow according to that easily. All right, now I'm going to click on create. As I've done that, my workflow will get saved in the folder which I have selected. And over here, it has provided us with a new screen, as you can see. The new screen contains a blank workflow, which basically we have to fill up in order to complete our automation successfully. And it contains two windows over here, trigger and action. These are extremely important as they are the basic principles, concepts, or we can say these are the building blocks actually on which the entire automation works. Here, the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is a response towards our trigger. So So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose I want that every time I'm going to receive a new payment on Cashfree, automatically a mail should be sent with Zoho mail to the customer who has made the payment, informing about the order details. For that, here let's suppose I'm going to take Cashfree in trigger and Zoho mail in my action step. Further, I also want to create a record in Google Sheets for the order details. So I'm going to take Google Sheets in my next action step. When we are going to build the connection between these applications, then you will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the payment will be received successfully in Cashfree, then only Zoho mail will be sent to the customer, and also then only the details will be recorded automatically in Google Sheets, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us start creating our automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application, that by using which application you want to start your workflow every time. I want to use Cashfree to start my workflow, as when the payment will be received in Cashfree, then my workflow should start. This is my objective. So we'll simply select Cashfree as our trigger application. Then we have to select the trigger event. That means on the happening of which specific event in Cashfree you want to capture the response and start your workflow every time. So I have multiple events, as you can see: payments, refunds, settlement initiated, etc. And also I have payment via link, payment via form. Currently I have created multiple payment forms to collect the payments from my customers, and therefore here these are all the payment forms I have, and I only want that when the payment will be received through payment forms, then my workflow should start, then only the response should be captured, and not for all kind of payments. You can also select according to your choice. If you want to capture all the payment responses, you can select over here. Then whenever you're going to receive the successful payments, failed payments or drop payments, you're going to receive the response over here in Pabbly Connect. If you want to collect the payments through link, so you can select payment via link. Here I'm going to select payment via form. Okay, after that, now we have to build the connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect. To do that, you can see we have already received a webhook URL. Also here we have received some instructions as well. We have to follow the given instructions step by step carefully to insert the webhook URL inside our Cashfree account. So let's copy the webhook URL and then I am going to show you what you have to do. So do not worry, we'll follow the given instructions step by step and we will insert the webhook URL inside our Cashfree account in the forms, so that whenever the payment will be received via Cashfree form, automatically the response will be captured, because the webhook URL is actually going to act as a bridge. So now I'm going to take you towards Cashfree, and I have to tell you one more thing, that currently I'm working in test environment, that is, this is test Cashfree account. For making you learn each and every step, how to set up the connection, how to use payment forms, links, etc., I'm using Cashfree account that is in test mode. But in the similar manner, when you will be using a real Cashfree account, you have to follow the same steps which I am going to show you over here, because the dashboard of real Cashfree account will be exactly same as we have in the test environment. All right, so now you have to go towards developers section after coming on Cashfree, and here you will go towards products. Under products, you will see the option of webhooks, which you have to select. And according to your requirements, you have to select the payment form, payment link, or payment gateway. We have three options over here. I want to insert webhook inside payment form, so I will go towards it and we'll click on this add webhook endpoint button. Now in the webhook URL field, we have to paste the webhook URL which we have received from Pabbly Connect, and then we have to click on test and add. Now we are testing the webhook by sending a test response towards Pabbly Connect. So let's click on add over here. As we have done that, the webhook is added successfully, as you can see, and also a test response will be sent. Yes, the test response is captured. This means our connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect is successful. So now we are going to click on recapture webhook response button. Here it is showing again recapturing the response and waiting for webhook response. This means that now we have to do a test submission. How we are going to do that? By simply making a payment via form in Cashfree, so that the response of an actual payment could be captured inside Pabbly Connect, by using which we can continue our workflow further. Okay, so once again I will take you towards Cashfree, and because I want to capture the response of payments which are received through form, so I'm going to take you towards payment forms. We'll go towards all payment forms option, and these are the forms I have created for selling my products. Basically, I'm running an e-commerce related to edutech, so I'm providing course material, e-books, and different kind of courses with the help of Cashfree. So one of the product I'm going to purchase, let's say this marketing e-book, so I'm going to copy the link of the form. I'm going to open it in a new tab, and here I'm going to submit the details in the form of the customer, so that the form could be submitted and the payment could be made. So you can see that this is the payment form which is asking us certain details, the amount to be paid. Here we have other details such as the name of the customer. So let's say the name of the customer who is purchasing this ebook is Smart Customer. Let's say the email is smart customer 44@pabblytunes.com. Let's say the phone number of this customer is, age let's say is, and the city let's say is. All right, this. Now I'm going to quickly make the payment. To make the payment, because I'm using a test account, so I'm going to use card so that I can use test card details as well. And here I'm going to use a test card details. I will click on proceed to pay. And now I'm going to enter a random OTP over here. As soon as I've done that, you can see that the payment is successful. So payment for $5.99 is made. Now I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect, and instantly the response is captured over here in Pabbly Connect as well, as you can see. So in the response, we have received all the details. Let's start reading them one by one. Here we have the type of the event which is being occurred, payment form, order, webhook. Then here we have the event time, that means the date and time at which the form was submitted and the payment is received. Then we have the order transaction ID, which is going to be unique for every new order and every new transaction. We have the status of the order, that is paid. Then we have the order ID over here, the amount which is received by the customer. We have the phone number, the name of the customer, their city, their age. Also, we have their email address and the form ID. And we have received all the details exactly which we have entered while making the payment, as you can see. This means our connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. And now every time the payment will be received via form, automatically the response is going to be captured inside Pabbly Connect. Once we have received the response, once we have built the connection, now the next thing we have to do is we have to send a mail to the customers by using Zoho Mail. For that, now we have to build the connection between Zoho Mail and Pabbly Connect. To do that, let's go towards our action step. Let us select Zoho Mail as our action application. And now we have to select the action event. So what we want, I want to send the mail. So we'll select send email. Let's click on connect. For building the connection, you have to keep in mind that you are already logged into your Zoho Mail account before building this connection, because then it is going to make the procedure of your connection easy. Alright, so now here we have two options to build this connection, as you can see. Add new connection and select existing connection. So in case if you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. But if you want to create a new connection, I'm going to show you what you have to do for that. For that, we'll select add new connection. We'll click on connect with Zoho Mail, and here it is asking us the domain name. What is the domain of your Zoho Mail account? To get the domain, you just have to go towards your Zoho Mail account. You have to look towards the URL of your account, and in the URL we have this zoho.in as the domain. Let's copy it and we'll paste it over here quickly. Now let's click on save. As we have done that, now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Zoho Mail account, and because our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect, so without any fear we can provide the permission by clicking on accept button. As we have done that, you can see that our authorization has become successful, and this means that the connection between Zoho Mail and Pabbly Connect is also built successfully. Let's move forward. We have to enter the details in these fields now to send the mail to the customers. So let's start with the account ID. So the account ID is already selected over here. That is it. Now here it is asking us to. That means to whom you want to send this email. I want to send the email to the customer who has recently made the payment in Cashfree, and I have received the email address of that customer already in my earlier response. And I'm going to search for the email. Here you can see it is. So instead of entering the data manually, instead of entering this email manually, I am going to use a technique, that is mapping. Mapping makes the data dynamic, and it is inserting data from previous step. Because we want to automate the entire process, if we will enter the data manually over here in these fields, the data will become static and it is not going to replace every time. So we want that whenever a new payment will be received through Cashfree by a new customer, automatically some details should get replaced so that we do not have to change the data manually every time one by one. Everything will be automated. That's why we have to map the data. Not only the email, but we are going to map other details as well. So we have mapped the email address. Now let's enter the from name. Who is sending the mail? The name of my e-commerce store is Smart Cart. So here I'm going to enter it manually. Whatever data you want that it should not replace with every new response, you can enter it manually by typing or by copy and pasting, because then it will become static. Okay. I do not want to change the store name from name every time with new response. Therefore, I've entered it manually. Now it is asking us from email. So when you will create your Zoho Mail account, you will receive an email address. You will create an email account, which you have to enter over here, that the email is going to be sent from which email address. So I'm going to enter my email address over here. I have entered the email, and now let's move forward towards the subject of the mail. So here in the subject, because I am sending the order confirmation email, so the subject will be related to that only. So here the subject is order confirmation. Thank you for your purchase. And because I have entered it manually, so it will be same each time. Okay. Now we have to select whether we want the content of the mail as HTML or plain text. So in order to send the mail in proper formatting systematically, I'm using HTML format. If you want, you can also select the plain text. Then we have to enter the body of the mail, which I'm going to enter in the HTML format. If you don't know HTML properly, what you can do, you can use this software named as Word HTML, where you are going to enter word format of whichever text you want to convert in HTML, and it is going to convert it in proper HTML formatting. Okay, so here I'm going to copy this HTML format mail and I'm going to go back towards Pabbly Connect to paste it over here. All right. Now, in place of the variables where I want to change the details such as the name of the customer, order ID, transaction ID, amount, etc., I'm going to use mapping. So here we have the HTML format of mail where we have brackets. I want to change the data of that place with the help of, I want to replace these details by mapping the data. So first of all, I'm going to map the customer name over here. It is very easy. Then it is saying that here I have to enter the business name. So here the name of my business is Smart Cart. I've entered it manually because it will be same each time. Then here we have other details. First of all, I will enter order ID. So here this is the order ID. Then we have the transaction ID over here. Okay. Then here we have amount. Now here I also want to provide the customer support email so that if they have any query, they can reach out to us. Because it will be same each time, so I've entered it manually only. All right, then here I'm going to enter the name of my business once again. So here we have entered the details successfully, and the data which we have entered manually will be same each time, but only the data which we have mapped is going to replace. If you want to ask for receipt, so you can also enter yes over here. I'm going to ignore this field for now, and I will directly click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, you can see that the response is captured, and here it is saying success. That means the mail is successfully sent on the email address which we have mapped. So quickly I'm going to take you towards the email account of this particular customer. Yes, here the email is received, so I'm going to open it. Here you can see that this is the email to Smart Customer, and here we have the exact email. Hi Smart Customer, thank you for shopping with Smart Cart. We are excited to confirm that your order has been successfully placed and paid via Cashfree. The order details are, here we have the order number, we have the transaction ID, the amount. You will receive another update once your order is shipped. If you have any other questions or need assistance, feel free to reach out to us at this email address. We appreciate your trust in us and look forward to serving you again. Best regards, Smart Cart. So this is the email address, and it is in the correct and the systematic format. Now, after sending the email, the next thing which I want is to create a systematic record of the order details in my Google Sheets. For that, now we have to build the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Let's go towards Pabbly Connect and let's click on this Add Action Step button. Once again, we'll select our action application, and that will be Google Sheets this time. Now, what we want to do in Google Sheets, we want to create the record by adding new rows every time the order will be placed in Cashfree. For that, I'm going to select Add New Row. First of all, I'm going to delete the existing data I have in my Google Sheet so that we can start with fresh. And now let's click on Connect. For building the connection, again, you have to keep in mind that you should already logged into your Google Sheet before building the connection to make the process of the connection easier and simple. Then we have two options. So I'm going to show you to build a new connection. We'll go towards Add New Connection. Let's click on Sign in with Google. Over here, you can see we have to select the account. Then Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Google account. So let's click on Allow over here. As we have done that, you can see that our authorization has become successful and the connection is built. So now we just have to map the details in these fields because these are the same fields as we have the columns in our spreadsheet. So first of all, let's start with the spreadsheet name, which is already selected over here, Smart Cart Orders, the same name. Then we have the sheet, it is already selected, and I want the date also over here. But I have received the date in the complicated format, so I'm going to change the format of the date quickly. How we are going to do that? For that, let's click on this Add Action Step button in between. Let us select Date Time Formatter in our action application, which is the feature of Pabbly that helps us to very easily format the date and time in the workflow according to our requirements. Here we have multiple options, but I only want the date, so I'm going to go towards Format Date only. Let's click on Connect. Now it is asking us which date you want to format. The date which I have received in my response, I want to format that. Okay. It is asking us from format that the date and time which you have received in your response is in which format. So it is in this format, year, month, date, time with T, and here we have the same hour, minute and second. So I've selected that. And in which format you want the date? So I want in simple format, that is year, that is date, month and year. Okay, so I've selected the format. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button. And here we have received the date in the correct format. So let's quickly map it. It is very easy. You do not have to apply much efforts over here, and also you do not have to give much time. Just 10 or 20 minutes is required of your day and your automation will be set up. Then here we'll map the order ID. You can just search the details which you want by using the keywords and you will be redirected to the data which you want. Here I want the amount, the name of the customer, so I'm going to search for name over here. We have it over here. Let's map the email address of the customer and then the phone number. Let's quickly click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, the response is captured. In the response, it is saying that this is the range in which your data is updated. So I'm going to quickly take you towards Google Sheets now. And yes, here you can see that we have the data in our Google Sheets. So we have the order ID, amount, customer name, email, and the phone number as well. This means our connection between Cashfree, Zoho Mail, and Google Sheets is absolutely successful. And now every time a payment will be received by a form in Cashfree, automatically a mail will be sent to the customer for order confirmation along with the details. And also the data of that order and the customer will be quickly and automatically recorded in Google Sheets. So once we have set up the connection, let us check whether our workflow is running fine or not. For that, once again, I will take you towards Cashfree. I'm going to open any of the form over here. Let's say this PHP course new in a new tab, and I'm going to submit it. So let's say the phone number of the customer is this. Let's say the email is amazing@pabblytudes.com, and let's say the name is amazing customer. As we have done that, again, I'm going to select card to make the payment. I'm going to quickly make the payment by clicking on proceed to pay. And here I'm going to enter the OTP. As we have done that, you can see that the payment is successfully made. Now I'm going to quickly take you towards the email account of the customer to check whether the email is received or not. Yes, the email is already received over here. We have the name change of the customer. Here we have the new name, amazing customer. We have new details. Here we have the new transaction ID, order ID, and all other details. Now I'm going to quickly take you towards my Google Sheets. And here we can see that yes, automatically the record is created for the order ID, amount, customer's name, email, and the phone number. So this means our workflow is running absolutely fine. And you can also very easily create this amazing automation to manage your e-commerce store and entire process of sending mail to your customers for the order, and also for creating a systematic record in Google Sheets to organize your data. I hope the automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.